Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to O'Donnell Field #1 here at Hudson High School for the Hudson Hawks versus the Wachusett Mountaineers. For the Wachusett Mountaineers, their lineup is as follows. Leading off, the second baseman, Caitlin Ciccone. The shortstop, Tegan Walsh. Batting third, the right fielder, Kendall Grady. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Mackenzie Karen. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Gracie Granger. And the designated player, Amanda Roach. The center fielder, Isabella Gioquinto. The left fielder, Isabel Moreno. And the catcher, Emma Britt. Pitching is Shayna Backen. And for your Hudson Hawks, leading off is the second baseman, Alyssa Davis, with the pitcher, Livy Souza. Batting third, the third baseman, Maddie Kiley. The catcher, Lauren O'Malley. At short, Audrey Lennox. At first, Samantha Collette. In center field, Olivia Connolly. The designated player, Allie Cassidy. And batting last is the right fielder, Caitlin Pume, with Gracie Giorgio in left as the flex. As everyone lines up here to play the national anthem. And as we get set here for first pitch here at O'Donnell Field #1, and that's in Massachusetts. 56 degrees today, 7-mile-per-hour wind to the west. I believe that's towards home plate here. A little chilly in the sun, not too bad. Wind shouldn't be a major factor. It feels like the wind's blowing a little bit more towards left field. Of course, that's number 2, Livy Sousa, pitching for the Hudson Hawks. And catching is number 15, Lauren O'Malley. Due up for the Wachusett Mountaineers. Number 2, the second baseman, Caitlin Ciccone. Number 7, the shortstop, Tegan Walsh. And number 15, the right fielder, Kendall Grady. And here comes the first pitch. Going to be in there for strike 1 to Ciccone. The 0-1 count, swinging a hit to right field. And Pume's going to get under that one for the first out of the afternoon. Now Tegan Walsh up to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. The 0-1 grounded just foul down the left base side. Oh, 0-2 count here for Walsh. Be high and away. 1-2 count. 1-2. Fouled off again. Walsh staying alive. Suso with the pitch. Just low. Looked pretty good. Walsh held off. Ump agreed. 2-2 count now. That one just high. Walsh able to work a full count here against Sousa. Payoff pitch. That one drilled foul. The 3-2 again. This one's tipped up. Well out of play. Top of the batting cages. Breeze might come into a play a little bit because it's coming in. The 3-2 again. Once again, tipped off foul. I believe that was the 8th or 9th pitch of this at bat. So Walsh getting her money's worth here against Sousa. This one driven to center field, but it'll be Connolly underneath for the second out of the inning. So a long at bat, but it ends well for Sousa and the Hawks as they get Walsh to fly out to center field. 2 down for Wachusett, which brings up Kendall Grady. That one in there for strike one. The 0-1 tipped backwards. Wachusett able to get contact, but it's either tipping it foul or routine flyouts for the Hawks outfielders. This one tipped back once again. Still 0-2 for Grady. Two quick outs, only the third batter, but a lot of pitches still. The 0-2, this one tipped forward. It's going to be over the head and rolled to center field. That is a base hit for Kendall Grady, as she got just enough of that one to kind of just lob it over the middle of the infield there. So now a runner on first for the Mountaineers. Brings up Mackenzie Karen. Gonna be a ball. The 1-0. This one popped up, shallow center, and it's going to drop in no man's land. Brady going to come around to score. She will. And just a fly ball that no one really wanted to get to. And the Mountaineers are going to get a run on the board, and Karen finds herself on second base. As that one just misses for Gracie Granger. That one tipped back for the 1-1. So some early trouble here for the Hawks. Sousa was giving up some fly balls, some foul tips. As there's a swing and a miss. But two kind of just bloop shots is enough to get a run across here for the Mountaineers on top of the first. The 1-2. High cheese, swing and a miss. And Sousa's going to get out of it, but the Wachusett Mountaineers were able to get one across as they lead 1-0 heading to the Hawks' first at-bats here this afternoon. Due up for the Hawks, second baseman Alyssa Davis, number 2 Livy Souza, the pitcher, and number 3 Maddie Kiley, the third baseman. Here pitching against Shayna Backen. Here's the first pitch inside, ball 1 to Davis. And this one driven to second, flips it over to first for the first out here in the bottom of the first. So Livy Souza steps up to the plate here. Try to help herself out after going down 1-0 in the top of the first. That one's low for ball 1. And that one well over. Out of reach of Emma Britt, the Wachusett catcher. Souza finding herself with the 2-0 count here. Oh, and just outside, so a 3-0 count here to Souza. See if she has the green light. I'd imagine this early in the game, probably not. As that one just gets in at the knees for strike one. The 3-1 pitch. And that's in for strike two. Full count here for Souza, the payoff pitch. Tipped, foul, well out of play. Into the neighbor's yard. The 3-2 once again. That one swung on and missed. Back and got her to chase it. And that's 2 down for the Hawks. With Maddie Kiley stepping up to the plate. And finds its way in there for strike one. The 1-0. And off speed. Bobble that's short, and there will be no play at first. Maddie Kiley's gonna find herself aboard first base. Certainly a hard hit, but Walsh just unable to gather it. And Lauren O'Malley up to the plate now. And that one well over. Kylie's gonna find herself standing at second. No play there. Second wild pitch of the inning here for Bakken. And that one driven foul out of play. Well hit, just tipped a little, pushed a little too far. That makes it 1-1 here for O'Malley. Runner on second. That one low. So a 2-out opportunity here for the Hawks to answer back the first run the Mountaineers scored. Low again, stopped. Stopped by Emma Britt. Stray softball found its way on the field. The 3-1. Tipped up. Potentially in play. Not out of play. Over the backstop. No play for Britt. And once again, we have a full count. The last one ended with Souza striking out. Payoff pitch to O'Malley. This one tipped up again, heading towards this side. She's out of play though. Just kind of the painted line, painted dotted line here constitutes out of play. So O'Malley will stay alive. Sun coming out a little bit. Another 3-2 pitch. This one tipped up. Potentially in play for the third baseman there. Granger was making a bid at it, but fouled off once again. So we had a few full counts here early in this game, and they've all gone more than 5 pitches. This one driven to the left center gap, and not going to have a play. Kylie's going to score. O'Malley finds herself standing at second base, just over the glove of Gio Quinto out there in center field. And O'Malley's going to drive in Kylie and tie up this ball game. And to Lennox, that's going to make it a 1-0 count. Lennox, last time, at least we were here, it probably wasn't their last game. On Thursday last week, Lennox had 2 home runs, as that one catches the zone to make it a 1-1. To 1-1 to Lennox. That one's tipped back. And once again, Hawks have their last strike of this inning. But runner on second for Lennox. This one tipped, well, foul and out of play. Another souvenir for the neighbor over here. The 1-2. That one high, and Lennox swings and misses. So Bakun gets her second strikeout of the inning, but Hawks able to put one of their own on the board as we enter the second, tied 1 apiece. Due up for the Wachusett Mountaineers here. Leading off, Amanda Roach. Designated player Isabella Giaquinto and Isabel Moreno. There's Roach. And leaves that one high. Ball one. Sousa with the 1-0. This one hit well. But coming on is the center fielder, Olivia Connolly. She'll make her second putout of the evening. So here's their center fielder, Isabella Gioquinto, going for a bunt. Puts it foul. So the 0-1, not bunting again. This one grounded to Audrey Lennox out there in short. And throws it to Collette for the second out. So two quick ones here for Sousa and the Hawks. As Moreno steps up to the plate. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch there. Moreno well ahead of it. This one tipped well back. Well out of play. Quickly makes it 0-2. Sousa would really appreciate the quick inning after a bit of a longer one in the first. This one driven over the glove, outstretched glove of Audrey Lennox. And Moreno able to get a base hit. Keep the inning alive. At least a little bit here. As the catcher, Emma Britt, steps up to the plate and just tipped foul. And really that was the first hard line drive given up by Moreno, or by Sousa, excuse me, all game. Everything else had been a bit of a bloop, as there's a swing and a miss. So chance to put it away here for Sousa. This one tipped foul out of play. Not a lot of foul ball territory here at O'Donnell Field. The 0-2 driven to center field as that one is gone. Emma Britt, the catcher for Wachusett, drives it deep to left center, and it leaves the yard. Wachusett now on top, 3-1. So after just saying that Sousa was doing a good job not giving up hard contact, Emma Britt able to take that 0-2 pitch, drive it deep to left center and over the fence. So rough start here for the Hawks. It's that one outside for ball 1 to Caitlin Ciccione. Who flew out to right her last time up. That makes it a 1-1. The strike at the knees. This one driven to center field. Connolly heading back. It's off the top of the fence. She's going to go for 3 here. The throw not in time, cut off by Lennox. And there is a triple for Ciccione. That fence just barely contained the ball inside the park. Hit the top of it. Connolly was heading back, almost had a play on it. Just out of reach. She also wasn't really quite sure where the fence was as she was heading back. As Hawks coach Laura Bowen comes out to talk to Souza. Gets her smiling again. As Tegan Walsh steps up to the plate. As that one's in there for strike one. So a quick 2 outs, but a single, a home run, and now a triple. Have the Wachusett Mountaineers up, and this one's driven deep to left. Can only help but watch that one leave the park once again. Giorgio turned and can only watch it go by, as that is now second home run of the inning for the Mountaineers. Tegan Walsh able to turn on that one. And 4 at-bats, 4 runs for the Wachusett Mountaineers, all with 2 outs. As Grady steps up, this one tipped. Well, fix one camera, lose another. Sorry about that, and it comes right back right as I say that. Caitlin Pume up to the plate. I believe 2 outs with Collette on second base. Yep, Collette on second base. Pume up to the plate. 1-1. They throw it down to Collette, but she was back safely. So now a 1-2. To Pume. So that one is low. The 2-2. Oh, again, Collette holds at second. Full count. Blooped. Just foul. And that one low. So Pume will walk. Puts runners on first and second. As second baseman Alyssa Davis steps up to the plate. With 2 outs. Swung on, tipped foul. The 0-1. Tipped up, in, out of play, on top of the dugout. The 0-2 tipped foul over the backstop once again. Meanwhile, up in the booth here, we're praying to the video gods for just things to work as they should. So an 0-2 pitch to Davis, and she's going to bloop it, just foul there again. So it'll stay 0-2. This one grounded to second. They will flip it over to first for the third out. So a little bit of pressure, but Wachusett able to get out of it. Due up for Wachusett, the third baseman Gracie Granger, designated player Amanda Roach, and the center fielder Isabella Gioquinto. With Livy Souza still pitching here for the Hawks. Gracie Granger up to the plate. Driven to center field. Connolly overhead. Granger's going to go to second, and we'll get there standing. So a quick runner in scoring position for the Wachusett Mountaineers. And they're picking up where they left off. As Amanda Roach comes up to the plate. This one hit to second base. Davis fields it cleanly and gets the out, but the runner advances. This brings up Isabella Gioquinto. It's both Mountaineer. And there's a bunt. No play at home. Hawks defense doing a great job there. There's a bunt to the third base side. I believe it was Kylie who came in to field it. But that's now 2 outs for the Hawks. There's a swing and a miss. First one of the inning. That was a bunt to the third base side, but Hawks D was ready for it. And another swing and a miss there. Moreno quickly down 0-2. So the Hawks on the doorstep of getting out of this one. Oh, but that one's going to hit her. So a hit by pitch, and Moreno is aboard with runners on the corners. This is going to bring up Emma Britt, who homered in her last time up. Souza would like to avoid a repeat of that. And runner goes. And they cut it off, play at the plate, but she will get there safely. And Moreno able to just take third right there. O'Malley just kind of held on to the ball, was looking around for something, not sure what, but a run scores, and now Moreno advances from first to third on the double steal as this one tipped back. I believe it's 1-1. Britt gets this one in the center. It's going to land. They'll cut it off as Britt able to drive in Moreno there. As this brings up Caitlin Ciccione. And that one just going to be called foul. As it looked like Britt was... Oh, we got a pinch runner there. As Esme Frohock pinch runs for Emma Britt. This one stung up the middle. Frohock turns and throws. Play is not there in time. As Ciccione finds herself standing at second. So Hawks finding themselves in a lot of trouble. Just kind of often here. That one outside, that's a ball one. So the hit by pitch led to a single, led to a double steal. That one looked very low, but called strike for the 1-1 count. Ciccione on second, Frohock on third, the pinch runner. The 1-1 just tipped. That one just foul. He 1-2. This one driven into left. Giorgio's going to field it, but not before 2 runs come around. Walsh was really unguarded there at first, so she was taking quite the lead. But Walsh, base hit, drives in 2 more runs for the Wachusett. Here in the bottom of the third. That one fouled off. That one's high, makes it 1-1. That pitch is in there. Grady, the 1-2, tipped, foul out of play. So Walsh at first, Grady at the plate. Oh, right back to Souza, and she knocks it down. Runners are going to hold. So we get a time here. It's like right in the ribs, not quite sure where that hit. She's up walking around. That one stung right back to her. Talking it over with the trainer. See how she feels. I mean, she didn't double over, get knocked down, nothing. But you can tell that hurt, but she's still standing up. Talking over with Coach Bowen and the trainer, seeing how she feels. I mean, she looks to be in good spirits. Curious if they'll let her take a couple warm-up pitches, see how she feels. I believe they'll let her do that. Looks like she'll stay in the game. I mean, that was a hard hit ball. But once again, she didn't seem to phase her at first. As we have strike 1 to Mackenzie Karen. It's the 9th batter in this inning. Wachusett up 9-1, runners on first and second. That one low. The 1-1, driven to center field, unable to get there, and it's going to be a throw to third, but Karen will hold up at second as Walsh and Grady able to get around. So the Mountaineers bats just keep on coming as two kind of quick outs with Roach and Giaquinto, but a hit by pitch, a series of singles as they quickly moved on while I was still writing things down, but they will get Granger to pop up I believe it was Lennox who called that out in the middle of the infield. So eventually the Hawks get out of that, but 6 runs come across in that inning, and Hawks find themselves down 11-1. They had such a dominant tournament there. But Hawks find themselves down 10, entering their half of the third. Due up for the Hawks, it's Livy Souza still in the game, starting it off with Maddie Kiley and Lauren O'Malley to follow. As that one's up for ball 1. To Souza once again, hoping to help herself out here as the Hawks find themselves in this 10-run hole. 1-0. This one tipped foul out of play. That'll make it strike 1 to the pitcher. The 1-1. This one blooped into the field. Shortstop coming on. She will get there for out number 1. That was Tegan Walsh on the play at short, with Maddie Kiley stepping up to the plate. She was the only one to get across and score here for the Hawks so far. Off speed, just low. One-0. This one hit to center field coming on, and she will have it. Giaquinto in center field, getting the second out of the inning. Lauren O'Malley steps up to the plate. She had the double to drive in Kiley in the bottom of the first. As once again, you'll just have to trust me on everything that's happening here. This one tipped foul out of play. Karen, the first baseman, unable to make a play on it. And that is both canvases gone now. As we have the do second to Karen. Quick 1, 2, 3. Hawks were hoping for, as they really need to start that the Mountaineers are having. Looks like we'll have at least one camera for this half inning, hopefully. Due up for the Mountaineers, Amanda Roach, Isabella Giaquinto, and Isabel Moreno. Souza still in at pitcher. So Wachusett up 11-1. Entering the top half of the fourth, Amanda Roach up to the plate. She's over 2 today. And that one grounded to Lennox deep and short. Unable to get the throw there in time. That's just a routine infield single for Roach. Lennox able to stab at that ground ball, but just kind of too deep into the hole there between short and third. As we will get a pinch runner here. That wasn't even Roach. So in comes Emerson Johnson to pinch run. This one off the glove of Sousa. Kylie gonna scoop it up, but no play. Another quick comebacker. Sousa unable to grab it. And Giaquinto will get aboard. So runners now quickly on first and second. The pitch is low, 1-0. Decides not to swing. 2-0 now to Isabel Moreno. And this one drilled back. Two one popped up into the air. Kylie saying she got it, and she will get underneath for out number 1. Holds the runners as well. And Emma Britt now comes up to the plate. She is 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. And this one hit to left, as Giorgio will get underneath that. And once again, hold the runners. So after 2 quick hits, Hawks find themselves with 2 quick outs. Some much needed outs. And Caitlin Ciccone steps up to the plate. Except pinch runner is Frohawk in for Ciccone. They're going to check back at second, but she was safe. 0-1 to Frohawk. And that one's low, even up the count. One, two. Johnson at second. Giaquinto at first. That one just a little high. Two. Low skips off the mask. Runners are going to advance. That one into the dugout. Malley got the stop at first, but then it just came up and ricocheted off her mask. Rolled too far away. The runners will advance. So a full count. This one tipped well foul. Payoff pitch. That's going to be ball 4. And Frohawk, find yourself aboard first base. So the base is loaded for Tegan Walsh. That one's going to be in there for strike 1. Walsh also has a home run today. So certainly a threat here. This one skips. Runner's making a move. And that is Johnson. Diving headfirst into home. Another wild pitch, and she will advance, as will the other runners. That one tipped foul. So 12-1 now for the Mountaineers. Still a threat here. Runners on second and third. But a 1-2 count to Walsh. This one grounded foul. So the 1-2. It skips again. O'Malley able to stop it. Two. This one fouled off again. Giaquinto diving out of the way, but I think she was safe. So it stays at 2-2 for Walsh. Outside, throw back to third. That one's going to skip over Kylie, and both runners will advance. So a pickoff attempt by O'Malley goes awry. And Giaquinto will score. Frohawk down to third. And Walsh will watch that for ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Souza. And the Hawks will talk it over. Wachusett has been able to put a lot of pressure on with 2 outs. Hawks, for the most part, get 2 outs early. They got 2 outs right away in the top of the first, right away in the second, which is when Wachusett scored 4 their runs and got the 2 home runs. The third started with a double by Granger, but then 2 quick outs. And then they were able to get their 5 runs across. And a second run able to score this inning with 2 outs, as it's a 1-0 to Grady. Wachusett's done a double steal before. We'll see what happens here. This one kind of blooped. Sousa able to come on, make the play to end the inning. But once again, Wachusett, for the 4th inning in a row, able to get runs on the board. They currently lead 13-1 as we enter the bottom of the 4th. Hawks haven't scored since the 1st inning. O'Malley hit a double to drive in Kylie. But due up for the Hawks, the shortstop Audrey Lennox, the first baseman Samantha Collette, and the center fielder Olivia Connolly. Shayna Bakun still in for Wachusett. Hawks unable to get a base runner in the last inning. Even then, only 4 total base runners through 3 innings, stranding 3 of them. Lennox leads off the Hawks. Hawks hoping to get something going. The 0-0. This one driven through into center field. And for the first time all game, the Hawks will start with a base runner with 0 outs here. So Lennox swung at the first pitch she saw. Now stands at first with Samantha Collette up to the plate. That one catches the zone. Strike 1. It's the 0-1. Leaves it high. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1. That's in there. Deciding against it. Finds herself down in the count 1 and 2. At first, the 1-2 pitch. That one's away. Lennox on the run. There will be no throw. A wild pitch advances Lennox into scoring position. Get one camera working, start losing the other. This one tipped back. Still 2-2. Inside. If you can see my computer right now, it looks like it's going to be ball 4. Both cameras blinking in and out, so I apologize for the and inability to give you one consistent camera feed, but I suppose all we can do is hope and pray that the video gods are. Runners on first and second. Connolly is going to watch that in for strike 1. Here, Hawks. We'll see what Connolly can do. That one skips. Lennox going to take off running. And just far away enough, catcher unable to make a play. And Hawks have themselves second and third. This one tipped back out of play. One, two to Connolly. This one's the count. Difficulties. This one tipped up out of play. That one into that little fenced off electrical area. It's Connolly with the full count, the payoff pitch. This one tipped too short. They'll get the out at first, but Lennox is able to come across. Connolly able to put it in a position where Lennox could score, and Collette will advance to third. So Hawks able to put another on the board as the Wachusett coaches will come out, talk this over. It's Allie Cassidy up to the plate. She struck out in the second inning. This one low to make it 1-0. Collette stands at third. One out in the bottom of the first. Hawks still down 11. This one tipped out of play. The 1-1. This one driven up into center field. Collette will score. Cassidy will round first, but stay put. RBI base hit for as Caitlin Pume steps up to the plate. That one strike two. Driven to center field. Cassidy able to reach second safely. Pume standing on first. For the Hawks. They're making a little bit of noise. That one high makes it 1-1. Unfortunately, I think these technical issues we've been having is more to do with my laptop. Strike one. Yes. Cassidy at second, Pume on first. That one high and away. Able to glove it though. It wants to work. That one low. 3-1 now to Davis. This one dropped by the second baseman. Had a play in the air, but able to gather it and throw out Davis at first. But the runners advance. So two down, but two runners in scoring position. With Livy Souza up to the plate. She'll watch that one go by for ball one. Liv drives it into the air, shallow center. Coming on is Gio Quinto for the third out. So Hawks threaten and able to get a couple across, but still find themselves down 11 entering the fifth inning, where Mercy Rule might come into play. Hawks once again leaving a couple stranded. But maybe they just needed to see a couple come across, and with a fresh set of outs, the bottom of the fifth, maybe they'll get the bats moving once again and avoid getting mercied. But Wachusett Mountaineers opportunity to add on to their lead once again. And now everything doesn't want to work. One driven through into left. Giorgio will scoop it up. But I believe a pinch hitter, that was Lily Chason. Not quite sure where we are in the lineup. This is Emerson Johnson in for Granger, and that was Lily Chason, who now stands at first. And hold on here, folks. There we go. That one tipped back for. This one driven into the left center gap. Giorgio coming on. She'll make the running grab. There's a play at first here. And Chason just able to dive back. A running grab by Giorgio out there and left. Will be the first out of the inning. Looked like it was clearing the gap. Chason thought so as well. But a lot of ground covered by Giorgio out there and left to save a base hit. This one driven into center. It's going to let it fall. And actually will hold it to a single. Connolly able to get to the ball before it rolled to the fence. And I think just Wachusett had a ton of, this one popped up. As Davis able to get over there and get the quick pop out. So 2 outs down now as Isabel Moreno steps up to the plate. This one hit to Kylie, and she's just going to pick it up, step on third for the 3rd out. So a quick inning. Hawks able to avoid any more runs. So the Hawks facing Mercy. It's 10 runs after 5 innings. Which is exactly where we're at here. But Hawks still get their at-bats. Leading off, it will be Maddie Kiley, Lauren O'Malley, and Audrey Lennox. We have a run, an RBI, and a run respectively among them. So pretty much exactly who you want here. Trying to scrape together a few runs at least to give themselves a chance in the later innings. Pitching now for the Mountaineers will be number 3, Taylor Stewart. So bottom 5, leading off is the third baseman Maddie Kiley, who ended the inning on the force out at third. 1-0, high and away. This one driven down, just foul. Right down the right field line. I can see it almost below me. So the 1-1 from Stewart. One's low. The 2-1. Driven to the right center gap. That one just off the tip of the fence. There's going to be a play at, not a play at 2, but Maddie Kiley finds herself standing on second base with a lead-off double here in the top of the, or bottom of the 5th. That one hit, I kid you not, each fence broken up into sections here, and on the left of every 2 frames, the pole goes a little bit higher. I swear Kiley hit that top of that pole, which anywhere else along the fence, I think it would have cleared. But 2-0, my apologies, but you guys got to see Kiley make it down to third on a wild pitch to O'Malley. So Hawks threatening early. Favorable account to the Hawks catcher. Just outside. So I believe 3-0. And she'll just watch that one. Stewart gets that in for strike 1. Kiley on third, 3-1 pitch. Hit back to the pitcher, she'll look back Kiley. So good defense there by the Mountaineers. As Malley grounds out for the first out of the inning. Lennox up to the plate. She'll watch that high and away. 1-0. Tipped back. Big hack from Lennox. One run avoids the mercy, but Hawks obviously trying to get a lot more than that to stay competitive in this game. Swing and a miss on an off speed there. Change up by Stewart, and Lennox finds herself down in the count 1-2. Tip back. Strobe effect on the stream here. Just doesn't want to work. 1-2 again to Lennox. Once again. And a third consecutive foul ball straight back. Some young fans appreciating the chance to run around, pick up some foul balls. So once again, the 1-2. And once again, straight back. Lennox trying to barrel one up here. The delivery, and low pitch called strike 3. Wonder if the ump just wanted to kind of get through that attack. I'm pretty far away, so what do I know? But didn't look good from up here. But looking K for Lennox as Collette steps up and watches strike 1. And that one low and inside. So Kylie got to third base pretty early, but still there, and 2 outs later, and that one perhaps a little inside for ball 2. This one driven to center field, heading back. That one is gone. Sam Collette, 2-run home run. To cut into Wachusett's lead. But that's what they were looking for. Well hit off the bat of Sam Collette, and that one's going to clear the fence this time around. So Hawks will definitely get more at-bats as Olivia Connolly steps into the box and watches strike 1. Thirteen to 5 now, the Wachusett lead. That one's outside, 1-1. And Wachusett coach gonna come in. Looking at the mound, bit of a divot built up over the game. Ump looked at it. Stewart looked at it. Wachusett coach looked at it. And everyone dispersed, so not too sure what that was about, if the coach had concerns. As that one high and away. 2-1 now to Connolly. Two, that one right at the knees. Perhaps a little lower, but I guess I'm starting to call that strike now. And she watches that one again, so clearly I had the wrong count. Because now that's 2 strikes. It's not a cleared the count when Connolly got up, and there's a swing to the third base side, bobbled it, and she'll beat out the throw. So a play was made, but Connolly able to reach safely. As the third baseman, I believe that is Emerson Johnson in there now. That one tipped back for Cassidy. Stewart the pitch. That one low. Connolly's just gonna go. Light throw over, unable to get there. So really a delayed steal. Britt just kind of dropped it right at her feet, unable to locate it in time. This one blooped up too short. And Walsh able to get underneath it for the third out. So a home run by Sam Collette, able to drive in 2. So game will continue here. As the sun comes out, warms it up a little bit. Due up for the Wachusett Mountaineers here in the top of the 6th. Emma Britt. I suppose barring any substitutions, which Laurel Field, number 10, is actually up to the plate. Souza, the delivery in the dirt, 1-0. Pitch just low as well. Make that 3-0 for Field. And that one's going to stay inside, so Wachusett with the early base runner as Laurel Field walks in her first at-bat. Now up is Esme Frohawk. That one in the dirt again. 5 consecutive balls for Souza here. Souza struggling to find the strike zone here. As that one gets in there. Makes it 2-1. That one fouled down the third base line. As that will fill up the count now. Has just tipped off the end of the bat. Frohawk will get to see another pitch here. Payoff pitch driven deep to left. Giorgio heading back, and that one is gone. Esme Frohawk, the substitute second baseman, drives in 2 with a 2-run home run to lead the top of the 6th. So Hawks score 2, but Wachusett responds right back. Threatening the Hawks to end the game early with the mercy rule again. As the pitch to Tegan Walsh in there for strike 1. Owen low, makes it 1-1. So no outs, 2 runs, and this one driven down the line, foul. So 1-2 to Walsh. This one high to left center again. Giorgio turned around, and this one, same spot. That makes it back-to-back home runs for the Wachusett Mountaineers. First Frohawk and now Walsh. That one hit pretty much to the same spot. And make that Walsh's second home run of the afternoon. And on the broadcast side of things, we have lost control of our camera here, so as well as sometimes the camera itself, so any ball hit into the outfield just have to rely on me on what's going on there. That one in the dirt. We have Sydney Line in here. This one fouled off down the third base line. So I believe we're up to 1-2. That one low, skips away. 2-2 to Line. On the third base line, calls it foul. Looks like even if Kylo was able to get to that would have been foul ball anyways, so count. This one driven into the left center gap. Giorgio, it'll be Connolly, scoops it up, but Line finds herself standing up base, so a walk becomes a home run, becomes another home run, becomes a double. As Willie Chason steps in, she'll swing and miss. That one catches the inside, 0-2 now. And there's an off-speed pitch for the swing and a miss, so I believe the first strikeout of the game for Souza, looks like. Got Chason to go down in 3 pitches, as that one is in there for strike 1 to Johnson. And strike 2. The 0-2, and this one's tipped up out of play behind the Wachusett dugout. Stays an 0-2 count. This one tipped up out of play. Back across the path there. So once again, the 0-2. And once again, tipped foul out of play. I mentioned earlier, not a lot of room in foul territory here at O'Donnell Field, but most of these foul balls heading way back anyways. This one driven up over the head of Lennox. Giorgio take a stab at it, and Line will be held up at third. So a base hit for Emerson Johnson. So it looks like this is where Taylor Stewart is coming in to hit. So the Hawks will talk it over with runners on the corners. Wachusett showed a double steal earlier. And Stewart will watch ball 1. And that one's low again, 2-0. Wachusett looking to tack on some more runs. Really push Hudson on their back heels. And try to end it in 6. That one in there just enough. Line at third, Johnson at first. 3 balls, 1 strike. So the 3-1. This one driven to left center again. Giorgio turning back, and that'll be the 3rd home run of the inning. All taken to left field. This one a little bit more left center, but Taylor Stewart drives in 3 on that pitch. Line, Johnson, Stewart all come across the score on the home run. So after fighting back to make it an 8-run game and avoid being mercied, 6 runs scored here in the top of the 6th to make it 19-5 in favor of Wachusett, as this ball tipped up and out of play. Klett getting there, but well out of play beyond that painted dotted line. As this is Avery Laitala. That one in there for strike 2. Still only 1 out. And looking strikeout for Souza. Gets the Hawks to 2 outs here. So Souza getting a couple strikeouts here in this inning, but just in between too many other hits. As Isabel Moreno still in. That one high. The wrong count makes it 3-0. And that will catch the bottom of the zone. Moreno looked ready to walk to first, but I think the umps expanded his zone just a little bit, at least a little lower. And that one is in there again. Once again, Moreno getting ready to toss her bat aside. So the payoff pitch. This one popped high up. Davis gonna get underneath it. She will be there for out number 3. So Wachusett Mountaineers able to add on 6 more thanks to 3 home runs. Frohawk followed by Welsh. And then with 2 runners on, Taylor Stewart able to send it over the fence once again. So the score 19-5. Wachusett with the lead. Hudson looking to keep the game going, but they'll need to score at least 5 here to see a 7th inning. So they need the bats to come alive to once again see the 7th, but really needed to see it come alive if they want a chance at this ball game. Due up for the Hawks. Caitlin Pume, and then the top of the order with Alyssa Davis and Livy Souza. Hawks, not a lot of substitutions, and I believe we've yet to see one. Meanwhile, Wachusett almost had a full second team, and we've seen most of them at this point. Wachusett coaches happy to trot out their bench, give their starters some rest, get everyone in the action, and they did not skip a beat. The right fielder, Caitlin Pume, up to the plate. And she'll take a half swing, ground to the shortstop, and that'll be get there for the out. Tegan Walsh, one of the few starters still in for Wachusett. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Alyssa Davis. She takes a hat right to Walsh again. She's able to scoop it up on a quick 1 hop. And so 2 6-3 putouts, but that one a lot more impressive. Walsh on the backhand, able to get it on the quick hop and gun out Davis. So Livy Souza now up to the plate. She'll watch that come across for ball 1. Only the 3rd pitch of the inning there. The Hawks already down to their last out. And she'll take a hack, but on top of it, the ball heads back. Makes it 1-1. One from Stewart. There's 1-2, the third baseman. She will get there in time. And that's gonna end it. Score 19-5. Final in 6 innings. As the mercy rule comes into effect, Hawks able to come back a little bit in the 5th to force this inning. But a big 6-run inning from Wachusett in the top half, and that's going to be all she wrote today. Final score, once again, Wachusett 19 over the Hudson Hawks, scoring 5 in a final of 6. I have been Jared Colbert. Thank you for watching here from O'Donnell Field. Thank you, and have a good night.